Hi, everybody. It's Coach Rob. Welcome to my coach's log here at Pause Performance Coaching. And I want to get straight to the point today. We're going to talk about a myth, and that is the myth of junk miles. Whether you're a cyclist or a runner, you've probably heard from others that doing certain types of training or participation equates to creating junk miles. It's a myth. Now let's walk through this. Let's first, I think, where this started. I think the idea of junk miles came about because of misinterpreting training guidance from books, websites, blogs, vlogs, you name it. And the general rule of thumb that follows is testosterone trumps everything, right? So we have to go hard, we have to be intense, we have to do a lot of high intensity training, we have to do Tabata, we have to do all these things to become really faster versions of ourselves. And yes, there's some truth to that. However, those days where your head is not screwed on straight and you can't think straight, and all you want to be able to do is just turn the legs over as a runner or as a cyclist or as a swimmer, and quite honestly, the idea of doing another interval just makes you sick. Guess what? Don't listen to your body. There are a number of reasons why super easy zone one work is not a bad idea. Now, and I'm talking about in a traditional sense of zones 1 through 7, not polarized zones 1 through 3. That's a different discussion that we've had already. But in this particular case, when and if you need a mental break, zone 1 is perfectly fine. If you're working with juniors, maybe a spouse, girlfriend, or husband that is just getting started, boyfriend, what have you, and they're not accustomed to riding hard, you're probably going to hear, oh my gosh, you've been doing this for years, please don't go too fast. And, and some of you may not be able to control that switch where you just have to go hard all the time. And that's a real shame. And I really hope that you figure out eventually how to turn that knob off every now and then so that you can enjoy some time. There's a lot to be learned from riding and running and swimming with slower folks. You'd be really surprised what you can pick up. You're going to reimagine or relearn some basics and some fundamentals. You're going to understand the mentality that you came from years ago. It's a wonderful way to reconnect with why you were doing all of this in the first place. So I would also add to that, for those of you guys and gals that have been stuck in quarantine and lockdown, as many people have been calling it, or safe at home, guidance from your governments, do yourself a favor. When you do first step back outside and you've been indoors on a trainer forever, do yourself a favor. Go easy. Go super easy. Reacquaint yourself with your bike, with your favorite roads, with your favorite paths that you run on. I mean, it may be a while before anyone gets to get out and swim, but these are the things that you need to be thinking about. Spend the necessary time to get reacquainted with your equipment, your body. I've seen far too many posts about, wait a minute, I did all this work on Zwift and it's not translating to the great outdoors. We'll talk about that in another coach's log. I got to tell you though, getting out, taking it easy, quit beating yourself up. All that work that you did over the winter and leading into quarantine is going to pay off. But be safe out there, and I look forward to hearing how your training goes. And have a great rest of your training week. Thanks.